Welcome back to another episode here on the Veteran Influencers Podcast. Once again, your boy Chris Levine. And as always, we have a special guest here today. And this guest I've actually known for at least about 15 years. We both played together in the military basketball at Camp Pendleton. It's definitely a good dear friend of mine and one of the closest players I've been with that have been on the team. Ladies and gentlemen, Hosea Jackson.
Hey, what's going on, Chris?
So what was your rank when you got out? Just so what would you call it?
I was lucky. I was actually a E5. I was an operations specialist. And
so how do you say that as far as like your rate and rank?
OS2.
OS2. Okay. So OS2 Jack. I remember when I first met you, I remember asking you like, and maybe you just didn't want to talk to me. Like, who is this dude? But I was like, man, are you like a sergeant or something? So I knew you were like a little bit older than everybody else. He was like, yeah. It just kept going.
Everybody on the team wanted to call me Doc because, Marines the only thing in the Navy as corpsmen.
Yeah.
So everybody wanted to call me Doc.
And you wasn't having that.
No. So, and then it's crazy because when I joined the team, a lot of the guys, the younger guys say Nate, AI, you, all of these guys were probably E2, E3s. And at the time, I was an E5 then.
Right.
To tell them, like, look, you don't understand how hard it is in the Navy with my rate to make rank. I was like, the Navy is the only branch of the military where you actually have to take a test. Can pass the test, but still not advance. That's why when I retired, the Navy at the time was the only branch of the military we could retire as E5.
Man, I couldn't even imagine that because I see a lot of people pick up extremely fast, and then they're that rank forever because they picked up so fast, and now it's like time to catch up. But I guess I picked the right branch. Yeah, it's definitely nice in the Marine Corps compared to like some of the other branches as far as like promotion goes. So I guess that's definitely something that we can be lucky for, and we're definitely gonna hit on the inter service like differences and whatnot. But what I want to do, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to go back to can I say the date?
Go ahead.
I want to go back to 1973. You know what I'm saying? Baby Jack. I want to know what Baby Jose was like.
Oh man, I was a typical kid, man. I was born in the '70s, so bell bottoms, early '70s bell bottoms. I don't know if I was wearing them.
You had them. You had bell bottom diapers on, huh?
Hey man, look, I got old school pictures that are still in my grandmother's house.
Okay.
Afro as a baby. School pictures with a big bow tie on. So yeah, I got some real old school pictures for you. But
hey, send those to me because I'm gonna do it for promotion.
No, I'm gonna tell you right now, those are fault, bro.
But I'm on ya.
For real.
Nah, that's dope, man. So do you feel like you were like, I mean, obviously back when you can actually remember, but do you feel like you're like one of those like mischievous babies, or do you think you're just like kind of like real calm and chill? I'm just sit in front of the TV and watch cartoons.
You know what? I did a lot of cartoon watching as a kid. I know that. A lot of TV watching. But because I was the oldest, so the only time I really had anybody around my age was really on Sundays. I'm from the South. So, Sunday dinners at my grandmother's house, the entire family's there. So I got all my cousins coming over, they're like a year younger than me. So as I got older, even though I had a brother who's 3 years younger than me,
right?
It was a lot different when you got a cousin that's maybe a year older than you, or 2 years older than you, and then you got cousins that are a year younger than you. So it makes it a big difference, So that's when. But other than that, other than Sundays, I just, like I said, watched a lot of TV growing up. Did a lot of drawing. I used to do that constantly. Got that from my dad.
So are you an artist right now? Like, are you pretty nice at the art?
You know what? I used to be, And you know those sayings, if you don't use it, you lose it.
All too much. I know that.
Oh, I haven't picked up a pen and a pencil and a piece of paper in years. You know, I used to just do it all the time. I used to get in trouble in school,
Mm.
in high school, because I was, you know, an honor roll student. And
Okay.
classes, a lot of classes to me, if they want my advanced classes, were boring and easy. So
Right.
trouble for drawing in class. That would be the one knock that would always be on my report card that would get sent home.
Right.
You know, they would say, you know, he's a very intelligent kid, he's smart, he's got good grade, he's well mannered, but all he does is sit in the class and draw. And you know, and then my art teacher would say, well, he doesn't draw in art class.
Cause I'm too busy doing it in math class. What you mean?
That, but I told her, I said, well, you know, as an artist, you draw what you want to draw, not what you're told to draw.
Mm.
So if you know, if it was something that I was told to draw, and I wasn't feeling it, then I didn't want to do it.
Right.
You know, as well, because I was in high school in the late 80s, early 90s, when it was a lot of graffiti art.
Everywhere.
Yeah, so I was big into doing that. And so I used to do it on the desk. Yeah, my entire desks. Like I would be in class, and it would be my goal in a class to have that entire desk filled up with artwork. Now I come back and say it's gone. You know, so I used to get creative. I used to draw it, and then I don't know if you know about this. I think they might still have it. Rubber cement, the rubber glue.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Clear rubber glue. After I would draw on the desk, and go over the desk with the clear rubber glue, so you couldn't just clean the desk. Oh yeah.
That's how we do, Jack. Well, so all right. So you were the artist of the family, but you also had two brothers. So I know you talked about one of your younger brothers, and you said you're the oldest. So you had two brothers and a sister.
Yeah.
So as you what were the age gaps between all you guys?
Okay. So for me and my brother and my sister, it's pretty much 3 years. So my brother's 3 years younger than me. My sister is 6 years younger than me. And then we get a bigger gap. My baby brother is younger than you. Yeah. My baby brother, I think, might be 30, I want to say 33.
Dang.
I'm not 100% sure of his age, but I know he's not over 35. I don't believe.
Okay.
So, and it was because my mom remarried. So, you know, married, got a new husband. He wants a child. Blah, blah, blah. Like I was already what? Yeah, I want to say he's 14 years younger than me.
So you was already a freshman.
I was already, either a freshman or 8th grade, one or two. I can't remember.
Okay.
But yeah.
Dang, that's definitely that's a crazy gap, man. And it's, you know, because that means like, shoot, by the time he was like 4 or 5, you were already out of the house. Well, because you joined at 18?
No, I joined at 20, but when I left, I want to say he might have been like 5 or 6.
Okay. And so, go ahead.
Yeah, so yeah. Like, I really didn't, you know, from his birth to the time he was 5, yeah. You know, he was that, you know, little kid.
Right.
While I was in the military, I would come home once or twice a year. So every time I'm coming home, I'm seeing him, and it's like, it's crazy because we really didn't know each other that well. You know, because of the age gap and me being gone.
Right.
So
I know what you mean. My little brother was the same way. And then I had all these cousins, and I didn't really remember anybody's name. I'm like, hey, who was that again? I'm sorry.
Now, if I tell you this is going to be the crazy part.
What's that?
My baby brother, the youngest, is 6'9". Never played basketball.
Dog, you tripping? That's you. That's on you.
No, and this is the reason I'm telling you why. Because me growing up, you know, like I said, it was those Sundays when the Sunday dinners at my grandmother's house.
Right.
There, the entire family, and I have a huge family. So I grew up playing with my cousins, with my brother that's 3 years younger than me, playing basketball. He had such a big age gap with him, he had nobody to do that with. So
that's a good point. That's a good point.
Go out there and play basketball with and do this. I had, like I said, I had those Sundays where I had cousins my age who we played basketball, we played football, we played softball, we played kickball, we did everything. We were outside all the time. But because we were all the same age, you had to make us come in the house to eat, and then we would eat real fast and go back outside.
Right.
But he didn't have anybody his age to do that with. So yeah, 6'9".
God, is he athletic?
Nah. Never.
Why you do him like that on?
Because all right, I'll put it to you like
he
this.
said, no.
All right, I'm gonna put it to you like this. I don't think you're born athletic. I think when you get out there and you start playing, you become more athletic. You know, because you know you're out there, you're constantly running and jumping. You get better at it.
Right.
Doing that from a young age, you know, you can't develop those things. And he wasn't doing that at a young age, so he wasn't able to develop that.
Right.
So, and he was into music.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, he did a gospel album.
Wait, he has an album?
Yeah, he put out a gospel album.
So was he a singer, a producer, or did he do it all?
Singer. He taught himself to play the keyboard. Yes, taught himself to play the keyboard. And he's good at computers. And now that was his thing.
Okay.
Younger child, when you don't have anybody your age to really get out there and do the sports stuff with or hang around with, you tend to do things on your own. So he learned how to do all of these things on his own. Now, the singing, he gets that from my mom. My mom could sing. You know, my mom.
All y'all Southern people can sing. That ain't, bro. I swear it's not fair, man. Y'all just be like,
Not all of us. I'm telling you right now. My mom used to sing in the church choir.
Oh, okay.
You know, growing up, I remember singing in the church choir. I remember there was some Sundays where, like I say, I'm Southern, North Carolina. So you would go to church Sunday morning, and you might have to go to church 2-3 different times. You might have to go to 2-3 different churches.
Dog, I honestly thought it was just us. Because I used to think, I'm like, we used to go to the early service, the regular service, Sunday school, mid-service, the evening service, and the late service. I'm like, bro.
No, we didn't.
I don't know how much church I got.
Because my church growing up was a family church. Everybody that went to my church, somehow I was related to. Yeah. Like I said, it's a big family.
Okay.
I'm talking about second and third cousins, great uncles, and stuff like that. You know, this is your uncle, this is your great uncle, or whatever. So, but we had, the Sunday school, one service, but it might be a program at another church that one of the choirs we're going to be singing at.
Right.
And my mom at the time was like, okay, let's go. Because I was singing in the choir as well. And I'm talking about from my early age, 12, 13 years old. And this was before, probably even younger than that, because I was leading songs in the church choir until I hit puberty and my voice changed.
Wait. So were you like more of the like what singer would you compare yourself to, like as far as like your sound?
None, because
Yo, I mean, I'm talking about as far as like, so baritone is like the real deep.
no.
Again. That's baritone, right?
Didn't have the deep voice. I had a really quiet. I had a lower voice until you hit puberty and your voice changes and it gets deeper.
Right.
And so that's really when I stopped singing. Now, it's crazy because, like I said, I have two brothers and a sister.
Okay.
So I can't sing. The brother that's 3 years younger than me can sing. My sister can't sing. And the baby brother can sing. So it's like it skipped a generation. Like it skipped one of us. So, but yeah, my mom was singing. My cousins, we all sang in the same choir.
So, as far as you and your siblings, so you were the artist and you started out the singer. Your youngest brother has a gospel album right now.
Yeah.
And was 6'9" but couldn't dunk. And now just playing. Now we have your sister and your other brother. So like what was their thing?
My sister is about 6 feet. But she didn't play basketball.
Okay.
She didn't play. She was a girly girl. My brother Terrell, that's the one that's 3 years younger than me.
Right.
He played football and he wrestled.
Okay. Like for a high school team?
Yes.
Okay.
But because this is a funny thing. I wrestled in the 9th grade.
Okay.
So I used to practice moves on him at home. So by the time he got to junior high, he was ready to start wrestling because he knew the moves.
Right.
So, but by the time he got to high school, he wanted to play basketball.
Right.
So, but he was the pretty boy.
Okay. But so you didn't say what your sister did though. You just said she was a girly girl. We have two athletes and two singers, but like what exactly did she do?
She was your typical stay in the house, run behind mom girl. I mean, she didn't want to play basketball. I had female cousins who were out there playing, would go play basketball with us. As a matter of fact, one of my cousins, who is my sister's age,
okay,
is in the Marine Corps. She was
right now. She is.
Yes, she was stationed at Camp Pendleton while I was at Camp Pendleton.
Okay,
she tried to get her to come play for the girls' team. She wouldn't do it. Now you do remember Lisa, right?
Yeah.
Okay. At the time, my cousin and Lisa were the only two black female captains in the Marine Corps.
Really?
Yes. They were the only two at that particular time.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. That's crazy to see how far we've become, because I never even knew that.
Yeah. So my cousin, like I said, who was a Marine, she went to Annapolis.
Okay.
She's a graduate of Annapolis. And I thought she was going to join the Navy. But she switched up and told me that no, she was joining the Marine Corps. I was like, why are you joining the Marine Corps?
Nah, man. Hey, no, we ain't doing that, Jack.
Listen to me. She took Naval ROTC the entire time in high school. Was the commander her senior year of our ROTC when she was in high school. Her senior.
Okay.
And like I said, went to Annapolis, the Naval Academy.
Right.
But chose to become a Marine. And I asked her, I said, so why are you going to join the Marine Corps as an officer instead of joining the Navy? She told me, and these were her words.
Uh-huh.
The Navy doesn't do anything.
Hey, it's about time somebody tell the truth, though. I just oh man.
Join the Marine.
Like, where did she get that from, though? Like, I mean, you never joined the military, so did she just see it while she was at the academy? Because I know ROTC doesn't really tell you too much about what you do when you actually join. They just try to give you like the leadership.
I guess with at Annapolis, because I remember being when I was in the Navy, we did have cadets from Annapolis come to the ship.
Okay.
They would spend time at duty stations. So I guess she might have seen what was really going on then. And for her, I think she just really wanted a challenge. And and she's still in. She's stationed in Jacksonville. She's down here, Camp Lejeune, I want to think right now. So
she's got to be what, a major, lieutenant colonel?
I don't even want to mess up her rank. Give me one.
Nah, Jack.
No. I'm saying I don't want to mess up her rank. So
because Lisa was a captain before I went to Japan in 2014. So, I mean, was that 7 years later? Depends on when she picked up captain. I mean, usually majors around 10 years, so it's about 5 to 6 years after captain, give or take.
Hold on, because I'm about if you looking over here to the side, I'm going to her Facebook page. Because if I call her, she's not gonna pick up the phone.
Yeah, ain't like that.
She might be at work.
Nah, because she know you was Navy. Hey, they know we got beef. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, hold on, because I see a picture of her right here. Oh, man. I can't tell her rank from this picture. Looks like a little silver leaf.
Okay, so she's a Lieutenant Colonel 05.
Now, her husband is he might don't want to mess up his rank, but he might be a major. He's above,
okay.
He's above. I know he's above her. I do know that.
Okay, no, major's below a lieutenant colonel.
And she's something
after lieutenant colonel is colonel.
Or maybe he might be a colonel.
And it's like a silver bird.
Like I said, don't crucify me for not knowing.
Hell no. Nah. Hey, y'all heard this, right? Jack just quoted, and he quotes. I just wait.
Like I said, do not crucify me.
Bro, she gonna call you fast when this interview come out.
She just might. Like I said, crucify me for not knowing the Marine Corps rank, especially the officers. All right. Like I said, after the enlisted, hey. All I know is if you're an officer in any branch of the military, when I was in, I got to salute you.
Yeah.
So after a while, I wasn't really thinking about what your rank was. I just know you were higher than me.
Right.
So yeah. And she was, she used to work at I want to say she used to work at the Pentagon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So is she, let's see, lieutenant colonel. So, she's probably been at least 15, 16 years.
I'm trying to think. Because, she's 3 years younger than me.
Okay.
Did 4 years at Annapolis and then joined. So 7 years after she came in at 25, she's about 40 something now. So I would probably say.
She about to get you for putting her age out there too. See, you slipping, bro. Like,
she'll be all right. She ain't gonna hide her age.
Oh man.
Like, once you get a certain age, it's a privilege.
Facts. That's what I've been telling, especially on the basketball court, bro. Like, it's like people don't usually hide their age on the basketball court if they're older, because if you're older and you're roasting someone, they should feel bad.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, on the basketball court and just in general, because I've got classmates who are are no longer here. You know, people I graduated high school with, people younger than me, not here. You know, so
Yeah.
Still be around at almost 48 years old every day is a blessing. You know.
That's facts, man. And you know what's crazy about that? And when I was coming up, 40 was considered like your grandpa. People look at 40-year-olds like, dang, you're 40? And like I was saying, man, like, look at you. You're about to be 50 and you look younger than some of these 20-year-olds. And I guarantee if you got on the court, you're probably still cooking them too.
Oh, you might have to give me a month or so to get my wind back, man.
I saw your IG pictures, bro.
Man, it's been 7 years since I've been on the court.
Yeah.
So I might be in the gym lifting weights every day, but it's a different cardio is a whole different ball game. I'll probably be up and down the court once or twice before I'm ready to call for oxygen tank. Oh yeah. Oh.
Yo. Hey, real quick before I get back to this. You remember pulling when Coach said, "Hey, sports fans, if you need a blow, pull on your jersey. Quit being selfish. Play defense." And then when you actually do it, he'll look right at you.
No. Let me tell you something. Do you remember this? Do you remember this? Coach telling you, "I don't care if you're tired. You start getting dizzy. You start seeing stars. You run through them." Yeah. I remember he called a timeout one game. And I went to the bench and I got up and I'm like, oh my God. I said, "Coach, I see the stars." And he said, "So what did you do?" I said, "I ran through them, but they back." Oh man, yeah.
Oh, he said they back.
He would see you tug on your jersey sometime and be like, he would look down at the bench and be like, "Well, I ain't got nobody for you, so you just gonna suck it up."
Nah, the worst is when he walked down the bench, do his little put his hand on your shoulder, grab your shirt, and be walking like you're about to go in.
Oh yeah.
Sit down, Chris. Go get a mic. You're like,
man. But I'm gonna ask you this: have you ever been grabbed while you're sitting on the bench and thrown to the scorer's table to go?
Bro, yes and no. But I remember when he tossed you, dog. I was in tears, bro. He lunged. Jack, get in there. Go get his ass.
I'm telling you, when he grabs you by the top of your collar, by your jersey, and throws you to the scorer's table, and tell you to go get somebody.
Yo, you ever get to the scorer's table and then get told to get back?
Yeah,
Dog.
I had it where I went to the scorer's table because somebody might have been messing up.
Yeah.
Like I said, wasn't starting at the time and was like, okay, I'm about to get in. And you hope it's a turnover, a foul, or something so you can get in the game.
Facts.
But you're sitting there at the scorer's table and they're going up and down the court, and then he's done 2 or 3 things pretty good. And so the next thing you know, coach is like, "Hey, get your ass back over here."
Yeah, it's like, come
on, coach.
Come on. I remember one time he was in a pull me. I forgot where I think you were there. I want to say, was it Miramar? It might have been at Miramar. I did something. I turned the ball over. I heard someone say, "Somebody go get Chris. Get in there." I saw someone go, like, as I'm running the fast break, I saw a coach, like, I heard him say it, and I saw him grab someone and put him over there. Dog, I came down the court so fast, and when I say I almost popped the ball on the backboard because I blocked this dude, dog, it was bad. I cocked it back, and as soon as you went up, I said, boom, and I smacked it against the backboard. I heard, "Go sit your ass down. Chris is staying in." I was like,
short-term memory. You mess up. He had short-term memory, so you mess up, he's ready to yank you. But so you only got so long to redeem yourself, and you're good to go. Like, you redeem yourself quickly,
yeah,
you're gonna stay in the game.
Yeah, you might as well shoot. At that point, you have to be a ball hog. If you trying to be Magic Johnson after someone pulling you coming out. He don't care what kind of pass you make. You better, if you ain't getting buckets, you coming out. Period.
Oh yeah.
That's funny, man. All right, so we got, like I said, quick little overview. So we just talked about your sister being in the Marine Corps still as an officer, that's a dope accomplishment to even make it that far. Because let's be honest, how many female officers make it that far, let alone black females, is absolutely amazing. And she's still going strong. But we still need to know about your second. So your second brother, you said, played football. Did he ever make it out of high school? Like, did he make it to state? And what position did he play?
He was a running back.
Okay.
So he played, I think he stopped playing in high school. He was, like I say, he was a pretty boy. And it's crazy because me growing up as the oldest,
right,
I could not bring a C or a D home.
Oh yeah.
But him bringing a C home, it was time to throw him a party. Because he didn't care about school.
Got it.
And it was at the time to where, okay, I guess being the oldest is sometimes it's hard because as their parent, you're learning by trial and error.
Right.
So I think a lot of things that my mom did with me, because, my mom was, for the most part of my life growing up, until she remarried, was a single parent.
Right.
So for her wanting to make sure I, as the oldest, my mom had me at 16.
Okay.
I'll tell you that right now. So her raising me, she wanted to make sure that I did everything by the book and I was the best that I could be. She would not let me slack in school at all. For me, I was not homework had to be done before I thought about going to basketball practice. If I couldn't let my grades slip,
right,
or would have been the one to get me off the team. Things of that nature. But the rules changed 3 years later for my other brother.
Right.
It was like, okay, it is what it is. Because you learn that your kids are different. You can't treat all your kids the same, really.
Oh, that's facts.
Because, like I said, I was in honors classes. And this happened when I was in junior high. I got pulled out of class in junior high, and they wanted to test me to start doing advanced classes.
Okay.
And so once the test came back, and it was like, okay, a lot of these classes, he needs to be in a gifted class. And it might even started before junior high. It might have started in elementary school, because I started taking advanced classes in 7th grade. I remember taking nobody was taking algebra. I was taking algebra in 7th grade.
Okay.
Algebra. I was taking algebra in 6th grade. I'm sorry.
Now you can have all that.
Yeah. So I was I had to take advanced. The advanced classes were math, science, and English.
Okay.
So all throughout junior high and high school, I was ahead. My math classes were always ahead of people my age.
Right.
But you had other students there as well, which at times it kind of frustrated me, because as a 13-year-old kid, you want to be in class with your friends. So when you have to go into all of these advanced classes, and you're sitting there and it's like, I don't know anybody in this class. But you learn. You become friends with those people, but the people that you have, are are really close friends with. Some of them, they might not be in those classes.
Right.
Especially once you get to, junior high, where you're changing classes.
Right.
So they're going to their class and you're going to another class, and it's like, man, I don't have no classes with hardly any of my friends. Because I'm taking these advanced classes until, like, I had a couple who actually did test into those classes later on. Like I said, I started taking them in 7th grade. I had a good friend of mine who he tested into these classes in the 9th grade. So when we got to high school and then 9th grade, we started taking these classes together. So it was different. Like, okay, now I definitely got a familiar face.
Right.
In this class,
So of all that, like, what was your favorite subject? Because I mean, my subject coming up that not only I was the best at, but I was the most interested in learning about was math. I would have loved, like, it's not that I didn't like history. I just, as far as how they tested you out for it and the material they gave you, I felt like a lot of the times with history, the material wasn't matching the test a lot. Or they would find a way to, like, instead of saying find the answer type thing, it would be like you would have to sit there and think about what they were thinking during this time. I was like, bro, I'm looking for it. I don't see it.
Here's the thing. Now, here's the thing about all of this. Math is, there's no way around the truth of math. 1 + 1 is 2. There's no way around that,
Right.
And the same thing with English. But once you get into history, you get into a tricky subject, because all history is factual. It's what we've been told.
That part. It's what we've been told.
What we've been told, but it is not the truth. Like I said, I was told a long time ago. His story. That's history. His story is somebody's version of what happened. And as we get older, we realize that things we were taught in school is not actual facts. Like, we still to this day celebrate Christopher Columbus.
I knew that was gonna come. I was sitting there thinking about it. I was like, I know that.
Out the truth, but the truth is taught in school of Christopher Columbus. Like, well,
do you think people lied about it, or do you think that was just omitted? Now, I know that seems like it's kind of two of the same, but is it a lie, or is it just not the full truth?
I think it was more or less omitted to make a good story. I think that was it. The same thing with, like I said, it's his story.
Right.
We don't know. We weren't there. These are things that were told and passed down, written in books, and passed down from generation to generation. And this is how it goes.
Right.
Just like, they'll always tell you who's the first president.
George Washington.
See, that's what there you go.
Yeah. But there was someone else that I know what you're talking about.
Any presidents before George Washington, but here's the thing: George Washington was the first president of the United States.
Right, and I think that's what people kind of like mix up,
and that's where they get it confused. He was the first president of the United States, but the first president, not really.
Right.
Like they want to tell you, Obama is the first black president, when in reality he's not.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You talking about Bill Clinton?
No.
Look, just because he acted black, I don't know. I don't know if I can give you that one.
No. No. Like I said, I can't. Oh my God. I used to know this off the top of my head, but right now I can't. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you. Can tell you if you ask him quickly. Who will tell you is my nephew. because my brother has already drilled it into his head about this.
You're going to have to hit me up sometime on the side because I know we went kind of far on this history lesson, but
Okay.
I want to know.
The first black president was not Obama. His name was John Hanson.
Henson?
Hanson.
All right, I'm going to have to look that up, do some research. Henson. All right, I'm gonna make a note for that one so we don't go too far on a tangent. But I love. You see, you never know where you're gonna get these nuggets from, man. I love it.
So I mean, I'm just telling you, Google that. Google John Hanson, or you just Google first black president, and his name will come up.
I like it.
But you're not taught that in school. You're not. You're taught the first president was George Washington. And they leave it at that,
No, absolutely. Absolutely. So, we kind of talked about a lot of scholastically and, we talked over all your siblings. But what other hobbies did you have besides the music? So, I mean, as far as because I know you end up doing the whole basketball thing, but did you do it in when did you start basketball, I guess?
Honestly, my entire life. I can remember as a kid. This is my first memory of basketball. At my grandmother's house as a youngster. I can't remember exactly how old I was, but I'm outside with my uncles, my mom, and everybody. And we are...
My Dukes was hooping?
Hmm?
My Dukes was hooping?
Oh, yeah. My mom was out there shooting the
basketball. She was putting you in
All we were doing was just shooting the basketball. I think we might have been playing out.
Okay.
And I remember I hit the shot that put my mom out. She missed it. And I remember as a kid growing up, my uncle was telling me, hey, do this. You got to do this for the men. You got to make this shot. Because I think my uncle made it. And he was telling me I had to make it. And then if my mom missed it, she was out.
Do it for the men.
But now, as far as playing on a team, I didn't start playing really organized team basketball until the 8th grade.
Okay.
That was my first. Didn't play my 9th grade year. And then
did you just not make the team, or you didn't even try out for it?
I didn't make the team.
Damn.
I tried to make the team, so I said, okay, I went and wrestled.
How tall were you at that point?
9th grade year, I want to say I thought was probably 5'8", 5'8", 5'9".
Okay. Yeah, that's honestly, I was about 5'7", 5'6", 5'7". Yeah, okay.
So, but then went to high school. And I remember the first day of high school, the basketball coach walking up to me and saying, son, he grabbed me by the shoulder. And I was walking with my older cousin, who was a couple of years older than me. She played on the girls' team. Grabbed me and was like, son, come here. You play basketball? Yes, sir. He was like, okay. And my cousin was right there. She was like, yeah, this is my cousin. He plays. And he was like, okay. I need to make sure you at trial. Because I went from 5'8", 5'9" to 6'1". Over the course of a summer.
Okay.
So, like I said, if I was still 5'9", he probably wouldn't have said nothing to me. So, but I went from 5'9" to around 6'1" over the course of a summer.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
That's right.
And so he, like I said, I played 10th grade year, 11th grade year, 12th grade, played all through high school.
Varsity?
Yeah.
You didn't play no JV?
I started on JV in the 10th grade.
Okay.
And it's crazy because I would be playing JV, and then after we got done playing, the girls would play. And then he would be like, get dressed for the varsity game. He just wanted me there because he's like, you're going to be playing for me next year. You're going to be playing a lot for me next year.
Right.
So you might as well put a uniform on and come sit with me now. Wasn't really getting in the game. Might have played if we were getting blown out.
Yeah.
But So, and then he was still the coach my junior year. He was still the coach, and it's crazy because he was a coach. I didn't have a problem with him. A lot of people did, because he was the type, if he did not like you as a person, no matter how good of a basketball player you weren't playing for him. Like,
oh my goodness, I feel you on that one.
There were people my junior year at tryouts who came to tryouts who he looked them dead in their face and said, "I don't know why you're here, because you will never play on my team." These guys could play.
Wait, no matter what they did,
no matter what you did at tryouts, you were not going to make his team.
That's so frustrating. It's like, why are you a coach if you're not here to better people?
Well, because he had been the coach there forever. You know, the basketball court at the high school now is named after him. He was there for a very, very long time. He has the most wins of any coach at the school.
Yeah, but I mean, people are killing it with that. Like, it's gonna happen eventually. Like, what was that coach's name from the Atlanta Hawks?
You talking about the one with the curly hair?
Old dude. This is like the '90s Atlanta Hawks. The one that had the record for like the most wins for a while.
Oh,
I don't know why I think his name starts with an A.
I don't know why I'm trying. I don't know why I'm.
You know who I'm talking about, right? He looks like
Hubie Brown.
God.
And I know it's not Hubie Brown.
No. Oh my God, I'm about to look that one up. I want to keep saying Art for some, or like, I know it's not Art. God, that's gonna bug me. Hold up, let me see if I can find it real quick.
But he was a coach who was past his prime. You know, he couldn't relate even then in the 90s or late 80s with the kids that were coming up at that time.
Yeah, but I mean, like, and no offense, but like, who did the Hawks? Lenny Wilkins.
Okay, I could not think of. Like I said, I don't know why I was trying to say Hubie Brown. But yeah, I mean, it got to the point where
name four. Okay, watch this. Name 5 notable players for the Atlanta Hawks in the 90s. I'll wait.
Dominique.
Okay, early 90s. All right. Spud Webb. I'll give you that.
Rivers.
Okay.
You can say Spud. Spud's whole claim to fame.
Oh, wait. Doc Rivers wasn't the Hawks in the 90s, was he?
Yeah. He was the point.
Because he played on the was it the Knicks?
He went to the Knicks. Yeah. You know what? You might be right. Doc Rivers might have been playing in the 80s. Oh God.
I forgot where else he played, but I think he played for like 2 or 3 teams. But
he played for the Knicks. Doc did play for the Knicks. I know he played for the Hawks as well.
Steve Smith.
Yeah, Steve Smith.
I mean, think about it. Steve Smith at that time was considered a top 3 shooter in the league. Like, there wasn't many considered shooters, and he was one of the 3-point. I mean, it was him, Reggie Miller, what's his name from the friggin' Nuggets that had Dale Ellis that had the record. Not Dale Ellis.
Dale Ellis played for.
Not Dale Ellis. Who was the dude that used to shoot all them threes on? He had the record for a while. Then Kobe broke it when he had 12 threes.
I think that might have been Dale Ellis, but that's when he was playing for the Sonics.
Watch it. I promise. I don't think it's Dale Ellis. Hold on.
I'm gonna tell you. You know who else had it, and you ain't gonna think who had it?
Who?
Eric Kittles.
Oh, Kittles was nice.
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody says. Kittles was nice.
Oh, and
Rex Chapman hit. I think he hit 10. And then old boy that was on the white shooter, the The dude that everyone was getting mad that he got that contract and then he just like fell off. Who you know what I'm talking about? That dude that hit 10 threes. God, I just had his name again.
Kyle Korver?
Who?
Talking about Kyle Korver?
No. Hold on. I just had it again. Oh, who made 12?
I'm telling you, when you look it up, you're gonna see who else was on there. Old boy from who played for UConn.
Oh, he was on the Rockets. The dude I'm talking about. That white shooter.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. But you talking about Anderson?
No. Nope. Let's see. I wish it would just list all of them.
He finessed the NBA. He did.
He said finesse them all.
He finessed the NBA. Come on.
Oh, so maybe it was Dale Ellis. It shows him on the Supersonics, but who was that dude that was on the who was the dude that was on the Nuggets? Nuggets best shooter in the 90s. I can't think of his name.
For the Nuggets?
I think Abdul Raif. That dude was nice.
You was talking about the Nuggets. I'm like, oh my goodness, wait a minute.
God, I'm gonna have to look that up later.
And
I cannot think of his name. The
held it for a while.
Huh?
Danielle Marshall held it for a while.
That might be the one I'm thinking about. But there's somebody else. But yeah, Danielle Marshall was letting that thing fly too.
Yeah, and he was not a shooter. But he turned into a shooter after he got, couldn't do anything else.
Yeah, I can't really.
Yeah, but getting back to what I was saying, man. Yeah, so the coach, he just, and I'll never forget it. At the awards banquet, that year, my junior year, they gave him a plaque because he was retiring. And to this day, I don't think he wanted to retire. I think he was forced retired.
Good.
So yeah. And then we got another coach for my senior year. And this is when I started playing the three.
Okay. Oh, so you was a shooter?
No, he had me, like I said, my senior year, because I was always playing in the post.
Right.
Because I went from like 6'1" and 6'3" and 6'4". My senior year I was 6'4", same height I am now. But we had a 6'5" power forward and a 6'6" center.
Right.
And so I was the 6'4" small forward. We had a 6'2" guard. And a
right.
5. So
that's crazy.
But I played. But the crazy thing is, I played the 3, the 4, and the 5.
Right. So you were able to guard the wing?
Yeah, I played the 3, the 4, and the 5, depending on which. One of those guys got in foul trouble, I got tired, and they brought somebody else in. If they brought in the guy who would normally replace me at the 3, when I got tired, I would go to the 4.
Right.
But I led the team in rebounds as a 3. Yeah. So, and then I went to a small D3 school out here in Fayetteville.
So when you went to, you said it was called, what'd you say?
Called Methodist
University?
Yeah, it was called Methodist College when I went. Now it's called Methodist University.
And you played basketball. Is this where you started track?
Yeah. Well, no, I started track in junior high.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I started track in junior high as well.
What events did you do?
Long jump, triple jump, high jump, 400-meter hurdle, 400.
I'm sorry, bro. I'll dust you in triple jump. No cap. That triple jump is me.
I did triple jump. Hold on. I did triple jump in all the way through high school. Did triple jump in college.
Okay.
Did the long jump in college. Did the long, like I said, I stopped doing the high jump once I got to college.
Right.
You know, for some reason, I don't know what it was. I couldn't get back to the form I had in high school.
Right.
And then at the time we did have a high jumper on the track team who was clearing close to 7 feet easy. So there was no need for me to be out there trying to jump 6'4", 6'5". You know, there's no need for me to do that.
7 feet?
Oh, bro. Like I said. Now, here's the crazy part about college. Here's the crazy part about running track in college. When you go to a track meet when you're in college, you don't know who you're going to be running against. Like,
right.
All in football, you're staying within Division I, Division II, Division III. With track, no. I remember going to track meets running against North Carolina, Duke, Florida State, Wake Forest.
What?
Yeah.
Like the major. How are you supposed to compete?
You weren't competing against them. You were at the track meet with them. So technically you were at the track meet with them. You really weren't competing against them.
Right.
You were trying to set a standard for your school, for your division.
Got it.
So to make the nationals and to make the nationals in your division, really. So even though I was lining up against guys who were running for Duke and North Carolina and all those Division I schools,
right?
You know, I was just trying to get the best time I could get. So when it got time for nationals in D3, I would qualify.
Okay.
And I'll never forget this. It's my freshman year. I'm at Duke at Durham for a track meet. I'm lining up to run the 400.
Okay. Like single?
Yes. And I hear somebody, not trying to be racist or any crazy thing.
Nah, you're good.
I hear somebody in the stands right there by the track, right there where I'm at.
Wait, don't say it if you're going to say the N-word. Hold on.
He said, you better not let this white boy beat you.
Oh, man.
I look over, and you know who it is?
Who?
Christian Laettner, Grant Hill, and Thomas Hill.
What? Who said it, though?
I don't know which one of them said it.
Nah, fam. I ain't gonna give you no pass. I'm gonna ask you off cam.
I don't know which one said it. I just looked up.
Bro, you don't know the difference between Grant Hill and Christian Laettner?
Huh? Grant?
Yes.
Let me tell you something. Christian Laettner was cool, dude.
He was a problem in college. A problem.
Off the court, he was a cool dude. Like I said, I got, like, after the track meet, I got to meet him. You know, and he was a cool guy.
Yeah.
And like I said, so I looked up, I just happened to look up. And I think he said, I better not come in last or something. It was something crazy.
Right.
And so when I looked up, that's who was right there. It was Christian Laettner, Grant Hill, and Thomas Hill.
Now, what year was this?
This was 93.
Hey, isn't that when the Grant Hill feedlots came out?
No, he was still at Duke.
In 90? No, he got drafted in.
No,
he got drafted in like 93, right?
Hill was still at Duke.
Are you sure?
You know how I know? A guy I played against in high school, Jeff Capel, went to Duke and played with Grant Hill.
I believe you. I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure he got drafted. Hold on.
No. I can tell you who the 93. I can tell you who the 90. Christian Laettner came out in 92. Grant Hill came out in 94.
Damn it. You're right. I was thinking that too. Because I was like, man, it's either 93 or 94. Because I remember rocking those Fila's. It might have been 5th grade when they came out. So it was like 95 when they probably came out. But yeah, 94. I got drafted in 94.
Remember, 92, they had just won a national championship.
Who?
I want to say
No, the Bulls won 90, 91, 92.
92.
I'm sorry, 90. Oh, you're talking about in college. I'm sorry.
I
thought you were talking about the Pistons. I was like, hold up, bro.
Duke had won a national championship in 92.
Okay.
And like I said, Christian Laettner was about to go. Yeah, it was track season. Basketball season was over with. And Christian Laettner was about to enter the draft, but he was still at Duke. Yeah.
Damn, I can't believe how long ago that was.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it just goes to show, man. Like, everybody always talks about the GOAT. You know what helped Jordan's case, and nothing to take away from his skill and LeBron, is their durability. Because if it wasn't for durability, think about how many other people would be competing for that spot. Larry Bird, Dominique Wilkins. Now, Dominique, maybe not so much because, he was on the Hawks. But if he didn't get, I think he tore his ACL.
Oh.
But he came back and got an all-star year.
Dominique tore his Achilles.
Was it his Achilles?
Yeah, Dominique.
Okay. Oh, that's right, because they were talking about Dominique was the first athlete to ever recover from an Achilles.
Now, I'm going to tell you something because I'm older than you.
Yeah. Oh, so you going to sum me on my own platform? All right, bro. What you got?
And this is a debate. You'd have to be of age to really argue this case.
You going to say Len Bias, ain't you?
Man, if you didn't see that boy play, you know what you missed. I seen him play when he was in college.
Really?
Oh, my. They used to call him the Carolina Killer.
I've seen some highlights, but I never, obviously, because
I used to watch him at Maryland, and I would get sick to my stomach because I'm a North Carolina fan.
Right.
Watch him just destroy us because he could do everything Jordan could do, but he was 6'8", 6'9".
That's not even fair.
Could do everything Jordan could do, but 6'8", 6'9". And like I said, it's a lot of cats who just, like I said, that death, and I'm not gonna lie, that was the first, I would say, famous death that hit me hard as a kid. Just for the fact, and I'm not gonna lie, I cried.
Really?
Yes. From the fact of watching him play while he was at Maryland and seeing, like I said, I hated him while he was playing at Maryland, but I hated him because I knew how good he was.
Mm-hmm.
And how he was always how he always destroyed North Carolina. But, and then when it came across this, across the TV that he had died, I literally cried as a kid. Because that you knew the greatness that was ahead of him.
Right.
That he just didn't get to live out. He was special. I'll tell you that. And like I said, it's going to be a debate because we never got to see him in the NBA about who would have been better, him or Jordan.
Right.
But if you watch this kid, and then there's also the thing that while Jordan was at college, the only person who could hold him under 20 points was Dean Smith.
Who?
Dean Smith.
Oh, okay.
Because he made you play the team game. He didn't let you just go out there and do your own thing. But Len Bias, crazy special. And another guy, in my opinion, who had that talent, who should have been unstoppable, but his knees just didn't hold up.
I know what you're gonna say. Oh boy, that got drafted the same draft as Jordan.
Oh,
you're talking about
No. He was before Jordan. What was he before Jordan?
What's his name? Who's the one that got drafted by
You're talking about the guy from Kentucky.
Well, who had the first pick that year? Where Jordan went third? I can't remember his name for some.
Houston had the first pick.
What was his name?
Houston took Elijah Wan.
No.
No, Portland had his second pick. They took Sam Bowie.
There you go, Portland. What was that dude's name again?
Sam Bowie.
Now, I haven't seen too much. I've watched some highlights, but like that dude can hoop. He had knee issues
at Kentucky, but he also had those issues in Kentucky.
Right.
Where it wasn't his knees, it was his foot. He had
foot his knees
in Kentucky. Well, he did mess his knee up in the NBA, but his biggest issue was his foot in Kentucky. He broke his foot twice. But the guy I'm talking about, who in my opinion, Ralph Sampson.
Oh, yeah.
If you've never seen Ralph Sampson play,
I'm going to go back and watch some more of his highlights.
7'4", 7'4", could shoot from the side, could dribble the ball, and run like a gazelle. Oh man, him and Elijah Wan. You know, they first couple of years that they were in Houston together, killing it.
Well, I'm sorry. So Ralph Sampson had knee issues, right?
Yeah, Ralph Sampson had knee issues.
Yeah. So I remember when they were talking about. Go ahead.
Yeah, his career got cut way short. He had, I want to say, probably 2-3 good years in the NBA.
It sucks, man, because they were killing. So they made it to the finals. I forgot who they lost to.
They made the Western Conference Finals. I know that. And Ralph hit a buzzer beater against the Lakers. They might have made it to the NBA Finals and lost.
No, they did. Yeah, they made it to one finals together, and then they made it to those two back-to-back finals where they won. So Elijah Wan's 1-3.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
that's crazy.
Was a special guy, bro. Like I say, because I watched these guys growing up because of ACC right here, North Carolina Duke, North Carolina State, Wake Forest. I watched all of these guys, and I tried to, honestly, as a young kid, pattern my game after a lot of these guys I used to see playing in the ACC.
Right.
Trying to play Lynn Bias. Because as a kid, you don't know how tall you're going to wind up being.
Right.
You don't have any idea, what kind of growth spurt you're going to hit, how tall you're going to be. I knew my mom was tall, but my dad wasn't that tall, so I didn't know. So
that's crazy, man. Go ahead.
2-3 more inches. I think that's 6'6", 6'7". I think that's all I would probably need.
I would have listen, and it's so funny because I've been trying hard to come back, coming back off this injury, the shape that I've gotten into, because I've been down for some years, just kept getting injured every other month, and I had torn my calf twice after my ankle not healing, and I finally got to a point to where I was consistently, I did physical therapy and everything, able to play, and it's I tried dunking, I'm I still haven't made a dunk yet. I mean,
I'm
damn. And
injury is hard.
Yeah.
Hard. The toughest injury I had to overcome, bro. You seen how I played, right?
Yeah.
Played with me for a long time.
Yeah, I used to watch you dunk. When I first got here, man, I remember you used to come down on a fast break and just, I was God, who the hell is this dude?
Here's the crazy part. If you would have seen me in '99 when I got hurt,
right?
Bro, you talking about somebody touching the top of the square with ease?
That's crazy.
Touching the top of the square with ease. But after I hurt my ankle, I didn't play for over a year.
Right.
I couldn't before I even tried to play, man, I remember where I was living in Oceanside because
Yeah.
where I was living in Oceanside, we had this court in my apartment complex.
Okay.
This court when nobody was there. When my ankle had started getting better, I used to go to this court when nobody was there and would just shoot at one end, miss a mate, grab the rebound, go down to the other end, and pull up and just for hours. And when people would come and want to run, I'd be like, nah, I can't, because I wasn't ready physically to get back out there and play against anybody. So I had, like, even after all the physical therapy, after all the rehab, I still had to rehab myself to play.
Right.
It wasn't just a regular rehab, and they were saying, okay, you're never going to be 100%. So I had to learn to play not at 100% with my ankle.
Right.
So it was crazy. And then by the time I actually started playing for the base in 2004, some of my best years were behind me, really, because I was already 30.
Right.
They say you really hit your peak at around 28, 29 is when you hit, once you start really hitting your peak.
That's because of this.
Yeah, and that's when I got hurt. It was, right around there. Before I got, so my peak, I was trying to play injured.
Right.
So it was tough, but other than the ankle injury and then breaking my leg I've broken both legs. I've broken one twice. I broke my leg my senior year of high school.
That's crazy.
I tell people this and they think I'm lying.
That's because you have some skinny ass legs. Little chicken legs.
Now here's the thing. I tell people this and they do not want to believe it. I broke my leg December 26th at a holiday classic. The day after Christmas at a basketball tournament. The first game of this basketball tournament. I broke my leg. Do you know when I got back on the court?
December 27th?
I got back on the court February 1st.
Damn.
And played with a broke leg.
Think you TO? What'd you do?
It was the little bone. They never put a cast on it. When I went in to go see the doctor, he said, you know what? There's no need to put a cast on your leg because you have two bones in your leg. You have a fibula and a tibia. Big bone, little bone.
Right.
He said you broke the little one. He said, so the little bone, basically, you can walk. It's going to be painful. You can walk with it. So
right.
Put a cast on it. It's going to heal on its own.
Right.
And so I said, no cast? Okay.
Watch this.
No, with no cast, I said, you know what? It's my senior year of high school. Who wants to sit out their whole senior year of high school and not play basketball?
Right.
So I talked to coach. I say, hey, coach, I'm ready. And he was skeptical. He was like, you're not ready. I'm like, I'm ready.
Yeah. Put me in the game, coach.
So what happened was, first day of practice, before practice, I went in there. We had a great trainer in high school. And I'll never forget, I got a bucket of ice and water. Yeah. Stuck my foot in my leg in that bucket for 30 minutes. Took it out, whole thing numb, couldn't feel a thing.
Right.
Then went and got my ankle staped. And he had to tape my ankle up to my calf. Up to where my calf started. Because, that's where the broken bone was at. Was down there, really right above my ankle.
Right.
Take me all the way up to my calf. And then he made a hard cast that he put over my leg. So in case somebody hit that spot where my leg was broken, I wouldn't feel it. So he made like a removable piece of what they would take to make a cast with.
Right.
He made a half of that. And he put it over my leg and he taped it, took the athletic tape and taped it. So if you hit that spot, I wouldn't feel it. He had padding, he had like foam on the inside of it.
Yeah.
And so if I got hit there and it pressed up against my leg, that would absorb some of the blow.
Right.
And that's how I played.
How'd you do with it like that?
Like I said, I still led the team in rebounds.
That's what's up, man. That's huge right there. That, you know, things like that is what kind of people always go, oh, if you're on the court, that means you're good. I'm like, nah, it really doesn't.
Because the first game I tried to play, I was mad. The first game I tried to play, coach didn't start me.
Right.
I dressed, starting. He calls out who's going to start, and everybody went out there, and I looked at him. And I'm like, Coach, if I'm going to wear my uniform, I'm going out there. I'm starting.
Right.
A couple of minutes into the game, he put me on the court. And he could tell I wasn't right because I was limping up and down, trying to run. I was running down the court, but with a noticeable limp.
Right.
And so I went to go do a backdoor cut. And the guy who I, hit with a little head fake and went backdoor, he reached down and tripped and hit me, and he knocked it. I didn't have the brace taped that time. I didn't have it taped around. So it was just on. And he hit it and knocked it off. Oh my God, you talk about pain. And so I get it, I put it back on, and I'm limping. Next thing I know, coach pulls me in. He doesn't play me for the rest of the game. And he was like, you're not ready. And so I was like, okay. And this was, I know it had to be on a Friday. It was a Friday game. And I know who we were playing. I know who hit me in the leg. I can see it clear as day.
Right.
And so that Saturday, I went to a Saturday morning where the little kids were playing Saturday morning basketball. Because I had, my cousin was playing. So I just went there, watched them play, and they were just practicing and whatnot. And they had these little goals because we were at the elementary school, and they were probably like 9 feet high.
Right.
Not even 9, probably 8 feet. And so we were playing pickup ball, and I said, okay, I'm about to get out here on the court and play pickup ball. And so I was playing pickup ball with these kids on an 8-foot rim. But
yamming on them.
Yeah. And by playing on that 8-foot rim against people I knew I could beat, it helped give me my confidence. So back to school on Monday, I was ready to go. And we got back into practice, and he didn't have me in the starting 5 at practice. And the guy who he had in my spot, I said, all right, I'm about to bust your ass. And I told him I was about to bust your ass. And I proceeded to bust his ass at practice.
Good.
Yeah. And so he had no choice but to switch us out. Because I said, ain't no way I'm about to sit up here and let you take my... And like I said, if it hadn't been my senior year, I probably would have sat out there for the rest of the year. But who wants to, as a basketball player, not knowing if you're going to play college basketball or not?
Right.
Who wants to sit out there that could be their final year playing basketball? But I was fortunate enough that my high school coach, like I said, we got a new coach my senior year of high school.
Okay.
I was fortunate enough that my high school coach took the job at Methodist. And so when he took the job at Methodist, he asked me, he said, what are your plans after graduation? I said, I don't know. He said, well, and he just looked at me and handed me the letter. He said, I want you to sign this. I said, what is this? He's like, it's a letter of intent to come play for Methodist.
Hey.
And I was like, are you serious? He was like, yeah. I said, let's do it.